Astrology is not the same thing as astronomy, although they are sometimes confused. Astrology is the study of the alignment of planets, often at the time of a person's birth. People create and read astrological charts to help them identify personality traits, good and bad, and to gain insight into the events of their lives. Anyone with an interest in astrology can learn how it works and apply the principles to create and interpret astrological charts of their own. Method 1: Mastering the basics of astrology. 1. Identify the 12 zodiac signs and their related sun sign dates. Most people are familiar with sun signs, since these are commonly thought to be significant for determining one's individual traits. However, all of the astrological signs are present on a person's astrological chart at the time of their birth. They just appear in different positions depending on the time of year. The sun travels through all of the signs of the zodiac as the year progresses. Its alignment with each sign is as follows: 1. Aries, March 20th to April 22nd; Taurus, April 21st to May 22nd; Gemini, May 21st to June 22nd; Cancer, June 21st to July 22nd; Leo, July 21st to August 22nd; Virgo, August 21st to September 22nd; Libra, September 21st to October 22nd; Scorpio, October 21st to November 22nd; Sagittarius, November 21st to December 22nd; Capricorn, December 21st to January 22nd; Aquarius, January 20th to February 19th; Pisces, February 18th to March 21st. 2. Look at the sun, moon, and planets that are incorporated into astrology. Astrology incorporates the positions of the sun, moon, and other planets in Earth's orbit. Where each is positioned on an astrological chart will affect the meaning of the chart. When you look at an astrological chart, you will see symbols for 2. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. 3. Look at the zodiac as a 360-degree circle to identify aspects. Aspects in astrology are the way that the planets align with each other in relation to their position around the Earth. If two planets are in aspect in an astrological chart, they may form an angle, overlap, or be opposite each other. This changes the significance of their positions, and you will have to interpret their positions in relation to each other. The 4 major aspects to look for on an astrological chart include: 3. Conjunction, which is when there is 0 degrees of separation between two planets and they overlap. Sextile, which is when there is 60 degrees of separation. Square, which is when the planets form a 90-degree angle. Trine, which is when the planets form a 120-degree angle. Opposition, which is when the planets are at opposite sides of the chart or have 180 degrees of separation. 4. Identify the astrological symbols or glyphs. Before you can create or read a chart, you'll need to know what all of the symbols on the chart mean. There are symbols for the planets, astrological signs, and special points and angles, so it can get a little complicated. Study the symbols and try drawing each one yourself to help familiarize yourself with them. 4. For example, the sun symbol is shaped like a circle with a dot at the center of it, while the moon looks like a crescent. Aquarius symbol looks like 2 parallel wavy lines, while Taurus looks like a bull's head with 2 horns on top of it. The north node symbol looks like a pair of right-side-up headphones, while the south node looks like a pair of upside-down headphones. Method 2: Going deeper into astrological concepts. 1. Learn about the different astrological houses. The houses are arranged on a wheel like the signs of the zodiac, but they are not the same thing. The houses correspond to the hours of the day on a person's birth chart rather than to a time of the year. Depending on the time of a person's birth, they might have different traits associated with each house. 5. First house, self. Second house, money and possessions. Third house, communication. Fourth house, home and everything associated with it. Fifth house, children, creativity, and the pursuit of pleasure. Sixth house, daily work, service, health, and sickness. Seventh house, marriage and relationships. Eighth house, joint finances. Ninth house, philosophy, religion, law, and education. 10th house, status, reputation, and honor. 11th house, community, friends, and large groups. 12th house, the subconscious mind, memory, and habits. 2. Look for the rising sign and its significance. The rising sign, also known as the ascendant, is the sign that appears in the first house on an astrological birth chart. This will vary depending on the person's time of birth. A person's rising sign will indicate personality traits that are more apparent to other people than to that person. The rising sign may also impact the person's actions and their lasting impact on the world. 6. Note that your rising sign can be different from your sun sign. For example, you might be a Taurus with a rising sign of Gemini, or a Pisces with a rising sign of Leo. You need to complete an astrology birth chart to find your rising sign. 3. Develop your knowledge of the 4 zodiac elements. Understanding the elements will make it much easier to interpret an astrological chart, since these are the underlying traits of each zodiac sign. By committing these to memory, or at least developing a good understanding of them, you will gain a deeper understanding of how astrology works and how to apply it. The 4 elements and their associated traits include: 7. Fire, associated with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Fire signs are quick to act and take risks. They are often extroverts, energetic, and physically active. However, they may also be impatient, insensitive, and selfish. Air, associated with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Air signs are thoughtful, social, and love learning. They are often articulate, understanding, and objective. However, they may also be unemotional, impractical, and hyperactive. Water, associated with Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. They are responsive to energy, deeply emotional, nurturing, calm, and compassionate. However, they may also be shy, oversensitive, vindictive, and moody. Earth, associated with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Earth signs are practical, realistic, cautious, efficient, patient, and hardworking. However, they may also be slow, unimaginative, and stubborn. 4. Determine if a sign is yin or yang to find its polarity and qualities. Yin and yang are opposites, and all of the zodiac signs correspond to one or the other. In general, yang signs are more active and assertive, while yin signs are more passive and receptive. Yang is typically associated with masculine energy, while yin is associated with feminine energy. By knowing what signs are yin and what signs are yang, you can gain some additional insight into the meaning of a sign. 8. Yin, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Yin signs are also more likely to be passive, introverted, withdrawn, and reactive. Yang, Aquarius, Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, and Sagittarius. Yang signs are also more likely to be direct, outgoing, extroverted, and giving. 5. Study astrology to gain additional knowledge on the subject. There are tons of ways that you can deepen your knowledge of astrology even further if you want to learn more. Some options you might try include reading books on astrology, taking an astrology class in person or online, attending a local meetup or other group to meet other people interested in astrology, using online resources to help you understand astrology's concepts, such as the Astrology Dictionary Method. 3. Putting your astrology knowledge into practice. 1. Learn how to create an astrological chart. Making astrological charts is a great way to learn more about astrology and practice your skills. You can create charts by hand, use a computer program, or create them online with a free website. You can make a birth chart or natal astrology chart for yourself or someone else, or create charts for different events. 2. Read the results of the charts you create. Use the knowledge you have gained about the different zodiac signs, planetary aspects, and elements to help you interpret a chart. Keep in mind that astrology is not an exact science, so don't worry if some aspects of your reading seem a little off. You will gain more insight and improve your chart readings with time. 9. If you create an astrological chart using a website, then it will also provide interpretations of your chart. 3. Write horoscopes based on your astrology findings. If you create a chart and want to boil it down into a forecast for the day, week, or month, then you might try your hand at writing horoscopes. This is a way of succinctly describing what the planetary alignment indicates for different individuals. It's a fun way to practice your astrology skills and continue building your knowledge.